Level B2, Intermediate. Top 5 cognitive biases that lead to mistakes, common mental traps, and how to avoid them. Our brains are amazing, but they're not perfect. Sometimes, they trick us into making mistakes without us even realizing it. These tricks are called cognitive biases, and they affect how we think, decide, and act. In this video, we'll explore the top 5 cognitive biases, why they happen, and how to avoid them, with examples and scientific facts to help you understand. First, confirmation bias. What it is, we tend to focus on information that confirms what we already believe and ignore evidence that contradicts it. Example, if you believe that eating chocolate is healthy, you might only read articles that support this idea and ignore studies showing its downsides. Scientific fact. A study published in Nature found that people are twice as likely to seek out information that supports their beliefs than information that challenges them. How to avoid it? Actively seek out opposing viewpoints and question your assumptions. Ask yourself, what evidence would change my mind? Second, anchoring bias. What it is, we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we hear, the anchor, when making decisions. Example, if a store advertises a shirt as 50% off, now $50, you might think it's a great deal, even if the original price was inflated. Scientific fact. Research by Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky showed that anchoring can influence decisions, even when the anchor is completely random. How to avoid it? Compare multiple options and question the initial information. Ask, is this really a good deal? Or, am I being influenced by the anchor? The third, availability heuristic. What it is, we judge the likelihood of events based on how easily we can recall examples. Example, after watching news about plane crashes, you might think flying is dangerous, even though statistics show it's one of the safest ways to travel. Scientific fact. A study in psychological science found that people overestimate the risk of rare but dramatic events, like shark attacks, because they're more memorable. How to avoid it? Rely on data and statistics instead of personal memories or media reports. Fourth, Dunning-Kruger effect. What it is, people with low ability in a task often overestimate their skills, while experts underestimate theirs. Example, a beginner chess player might think they're better than they are, while a grandmaster might doubt their abilities. Scientific fact. The Dunning-Kruger effect was first described in a 1999 study, which found that people who performed poorly on tests were the most confident in their answers. How to avoid it? Regularly assess your skills and seek feedback from others. Be humble and open to learning. Fifth, sunk cost fallacy. What it is, we continue investing time, money, or effort into something because we've already invested so much, even if it's not worth it. Example, you might keep watching a boring movie just because you've already spent an hour on it. Scientific fact. A study in the Journal of Economic Behavior and Organization found that people are more likely to stick with bad investments because they don't want to waste what they've already put in. How to avoid it? Focus on future benefits, not past investments. Ask yourself, if I started over today, would I still choose this? How to overcome cognitive biases? Be aware. Recognize that biases exist and can affect your decisions. Slow down. Take time to think before making important choices. Seek diverse perspectives. Talk to people with different viewpoints to challenge your thinking. Use data. Rely on facts and statistics, not just emotions or memories. Practice mindfulness. Being present and aware can help you notice when biases are influencing you. Conclusion. Cognitive biases are like mental shortcuts that can lead to mistakes. By understanding these biases and learning how to avoid them, you can make better decisions and think more clearly. Remember, everyone is prone to biases, but with practice, you can train your brain to think more objectively. Vocabulary. Cognitive bias. A mental shortcut that leads to mistakes. Confirmation bias. Favoring information that confirms your beliefs. Anchoring bias. Relying too much on the first piece of information. Availability heuristic. Judging likelihood based on easy-to-recall examples. Dunning-Kruger effect. Overestimating or underestimating your abilities. Sunk cost fallacy. Continuing something because of past investments. Heuristic. A mental shortcut or rule of thumb. Feedback. advice or criticism from others. Mindfulness, being present and aware of your thoughts. Objectivity, making decisions based on facts, not emotions. Quiz, consolidate vocabulary. Availability heuristic. A. Judging likelihood based on easy-to-recall examples. B. Ignoring statistics. C. A type of mindfulness. Judging likelihood based on easy-to-recall examples. Sunk cost fallacy. A. Continuing something because of past investments. B. Avoiding investments. C. A type of confirmation bias. Continuing something because of past investments. Mindfulness. A. Being present and aware of your thoughts. B. Ignoring your thoughts. C. A type of heuristic. Being present and aware of your thoughts. Objectivity. A. Making decisions based on facts, not emotions. B. Ignoring facts. C. A type of bias. Making decisions based on facts, not emotions. Listen to the video again to consolidate the new words.